Hello and welcome to the Below Average Podcast. I am your host, the Below Average Gamer, and today I am joined with my good friend Olivia. Olivia has a very interesting story for us because she was just in a horrifying car crash. So I am sitting here, and she is sitting here pretty permanently.
For about 2 months to be exact, I'll be sitting in a wheelchair. Thank you for that intro to the horrible car accident. But, yeah.
So tell me kind of what happened with that car crash. And also tell me why I was called at 1 a.m. to let me know that this car crash had happened.
Okay, so
by a random stranger on your phone.
So I don't know why or how anyone was called because I don't remember anything. But I can give you some basic background details of like the second-hand knowledge I have heard.
The second coming of the car crash.
Because I actually don't have a first-hand account. So what happened was my boyfriend and I were actually coming back from Chinatown. We live in Long Beach. And we were in the Chinatown in Los Angeles. So it was a pretty far drive with like a lot of traffic. But the thing is we were almost home, like a block away from his house. And we stopped to get coffee at this like really bougie coffee place. And and then we were making an unprotected left turn. The lane looked clear. The light turned yellow and he didn't want to be blocking it anymore. So he took the turn and then another car was trying to beat the red. And so they sped up and accelerated in the yellow and just T-boned us on my side.
So you guys were making a right turn? A left turn. Okay, that's what I kept on thinking because I know that you got like the brunt of everything.
Yeah, I got the brunt of everything. I currently now have a broken sacrum, which is like...
Which I was really concerned because I thought only boys had sacrums.
No, that's something else.
That's something else.
Which is the bone right above my tailbone. It's like your lower backbone, and it's fractured on the right side. And I have some bruised ribs and also bruised pelvis too. It hurts very much my nether regions, my crotch areas.
Well, before we started the podcast, I was telling him, like, I need you to be loud. Is that okay? And she responded, but it hurts so much to be loud.
It does. It hurts really badly to be loud, and which is so funny because I used to be way too loud, and now I just feel like I can only talk in this like signature sick or hurt person
this
hushed
is like
tone.
God, like I told you to shut up before.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so this is my friend Olivia. We've known each other for like 5 ever. Good friends for all intents and purposes. I call her my sister. And she calls me the mistake that she wished she never met.
Yeah.
So same thing. But yeah, really exciting. So you have not seen. I talked about before that we were going to talk about comics and stuff like that, but I got really excited that you're in a horrifying car accident, so then we could talk about something else and I could interview you first. You haven't seen Deadpool or Batman vs. Superman or any of these big movies that have come out recently because you were in the hospital.
Yeah.
Preparing for death to overtake you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Tell me what you think the plot line to Batman vs. Superman is. Because I've made videos on why it is such a horrible movie.
Okay.
And I'm sure you have not seen it. And I'm sure you have not seen the actual movie.
Okay.
What is the plot line?
I don't know anything about it.
You don't know anything about it?
I don't know
Tell me
about
what the plot line is for Batman vs. Superman. Being that, since you don't know anything about it, you are an expert. Because people who have seen it are still confused.
Okay. So
how does
Batman vs. Superman.
What's the opening scene?
Okay. It shows like Superman as Clark Kent, right? That's his other dude.
Yeah, that's him.
So, and he's just like waking up, maybe he has his lady next to him. I don't know.
Maybe
getting dressed, coffee.
And when they do, they're gonna have like a long scene of him with no shirt, just so they're like, look, this movie's for the ladies too.
Definitely. So, and then getting breakfast and like going to work and doing his average stuff, and then it's him like switching into Superman and doing all this cool like kick punch
So it's like a montage of
it's like a
remember
montage.
Who Superman is?
Yeah, exactly. It's a montage of remember who Superman is, and then it's a montage of like tortured Batman, and he's like pretty emo, right?
You're getting this like pretty spot on.
Okay. Oh really?
Oh yeah. Like tell me more about the montage of Batman.
And it's just him like fighting and having all these terrible like hard times and like it's like violent, and because I know Batman's really gritty compared to Superman,
especially in this version.
Really,
in this version, I'm gonna let you know before you move on ahead, just so you have some background. This is like Batman at the end of Batman. Like he's old.
Okay.
Like
okay.
he's like He's got maybe like 3 more years to retirement, and he's counting it down. They have the cake ordered and everything.
Okay, yeah. So maybe with that in mind, maybe he's like starting to get really fed up with like the whole thing, and like he's just going through the motions, and he's like, oh, like I'm beating up the same Gotham bad guys every day.
I just want to point out real quick before you continue, the movie was written so poorly that a very drugged up, crippled human being sitting in a wheelchair next to me is like, oh, this is probably what it's about, and is like 100% correct. Like, semi-conscious human being is like, I could have written this, and we have proof here. So. Nice. Okay, so there's a montage. We have Batman and Superman. Yeah. We understand who they are, so they're like reintroducing us to them.
Okay, so they reintroduce who they are, and then maybe, they're Batman first, but they're both good guys. So, like, maybe a bad guy, like, sets them up to, like, turn against each other. Like, a bad guy is, like, wants to distract both of them. So in the movie, the bad guy or lady, maybe it's a bad lady, like does some elaborate plot so that they turn against each other.
If you were to set up this elaborate plot, what would the elaborate plot be? Like, off the top of your head, if you're just to come up with some sort of plan.
The world's ending. Destroying the world. Like a nuclear detonation or something.
Who's trying to destroy the world?
This really evil dude, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but then maybe he makes the other two think that that's the other one trying to destroy, or gain like ultimate power or something. Yeah, because in a lot of hero movies, like the same tropes of what evil people want is like what power, the world to end, mass death, a new generation of.
If I say the name Lex Luthor, what does that mean to you?
The bald dude from Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you reference that? How do you know that?
Smallville.
Okay. Yeah, you're spot on. So the idea is that Lex Luthor. Here, I'm gonna tell you exactly how close you are. Lex Luthor pretty much has this big scheme to turn them against each other.
Oh shit! Because
he's like, I can't kill Superman, I can't kill Batman, but I can make them want to kill each other.
Oh that's exactly what I was.
And he sets it up to be like, hey, Superman, you either gonna kill Batman or I'm gonna take someone that you love away.
Oh shit!
And Batman this whole time hates Superman already.
Wow.
And you're like, this whole thing of like, oh, ultimate power, that's what corrupts people. The whole idea with Batman is that he hates Superman because he's like, power corrupts. Eventually he's going to turn on us. So I have to kill him now. And that's the entire movie.
Wow, I'm good.
You got it spot on.
I knew nothing about the
Here's what's going to excite you about it, because I know how you are. I know that you're really like feminist ideals and whatnot.
What?
Best part of the movie for me, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, was
she awesome? Oh my god, she was the best part of the movie. I tell everyone that I talk to about the movie, I'm like, if you're gonna go see it for one reason alone, go for the character who's not in the title.
Nice.
Because Wonder Woman like saves that movie.
Oh my god, awesome.
I never thought that I'd go into a superhero movie and be like, I really like Wonder Woman.
Nice.
But they made her this like kick-ass character.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. I hope that they take a note from Deadpool. Like they really like.
I don't know anything about Deadpool
yet. I know you haven't seen Deadpool yet. Again, you were in the hospital. You were infirmed for quite some time.
Yeah.
But Deadpool had this really interesting thing that was like very meta for a movie. He even breaks the fourth wall the entire movie. He's like, hello, audience. But like there was this whole thing of like, hey, the best movies are ones that have a simple plot. And his whole thing is like, they stole my girlfriend, I'm gonna go get my girlfriend back. And that's the entire thing. Batman vs. Superman is like, Batman hates Superman. And Superman doesn't know how he feels about Batman, and Lex Luthor's there, and he's trying to stop them. But for some reason, he also has a backup plan in case that doesn't work, even though he acts the entire time like it's going to work, and is surprised when it doesn't. Nice. He's like, good thing I made this backup plan for no reason.
Nice.
That's going to destroy the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you got that part right, too. He's like,
great.
Here's a completely indestructible monster.
Wow. Yeah. I'm really good.
Yeah, it's great. And I can only tell you this because I know that you.
No, I'm great. Not it's great.
You are great. You're great. You're fantastic. Really happy that you're here. So yeah. So tell me what it's like. You're away at college right now. A lot of my listeners on here are like in high school and whatnot, and college and whatnot. So tell me, how do you feel about being away and being free in college or whatever it is that you do? I don't know what you do.
Well, I work.
Do you have a retainer?
What?
Do you have a retainer?
Yeah, I have a permanent retainer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
Keeps my bottom teeth straight.
For how long have you had that?
Since I got my braces off in like sophomore year.
I forgot that you had braces.
I looked so gross with that.
I completely forgot that you had braces.
You had braces too.
I did.
We both look so weird with
I
that.
had braces for 2 years. We had braces at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Yeah.
Because I remember we met in speech and debate.
Yeah, and then we got them off around the same time.
We got them off around the same time, but I don't remember her ever having braces, and I completely forgot that I had braces as well.
I know. I'm just way more me without braces. Braces are very nerdy.
Yeah. Tell me some interesting college experiences. Excuse me, that you had.
Well, like I said, there was that time we all went to Venice Beach, a group of friends and I, and then we all decided we wanted to experiment with edibles.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Something called bang bars. Legal in the state of California. We
bang
all
bars.
had medical cards. It was very legal. It was okay, like under the eyes of the law. So just keep that in mind.
How about under the eyes of the Lord? How did he feel about it? I don't know if he wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't think he was there. He might have been somewhere else, but
He was busy.
Yeah, he was busy, so that's okay. So no one was, no hurt feelings there. We're all good. But yeah, we like each took a little piece, and then we were just like walking down Venice Beach, like with all the vendors and people like shouting at us and doing cool tricks, and then it was just like,
and then everything stopped.
Yeah, like everything was in slow motion. Everything stopped. And then I don't remember anything except I went to Santa Monica Pier. Like somehow we got there. I don't know how someone drove there, but we did. And
I blinked and we were like 30 miles away.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. We just blinked.
I don't think it's 30 miles. I don't actually know.
You were far enough away that it's like it's a worry how you got there.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not like, oh, we clearly walked.
Yeah. And then what happened? Oh yeah, and then I ate a whole funnel cake to myself, and I don't think I've ever eaten funnel cake since then, and I don't think I ever will.
Just you didn't have the opportunity to eat funnel cake since then, or
no? I can't.
I cannot do this.
I cannot.
I get war flashbacks.
I can't exactly. I cannot face a funnel cake again. And
the fair sends me.
Yeah, I was just like head in my hands, like sitting on the side of the concrete, like just like wishing I could just fall asleep and like not be awake or just like go home. And
you digressed into like that childhood wonder of like, I'm gonna fall asleep here and just wake up in my bed somehow.
Yes, exactly. That's how I used to feel when I would go on roller coasters, and I'd be like, if I just close my eyes, like I'll wake up at home and I'll be in bed. I'm like, I'll be safe. Like that's exactly how I felt, and like all my friends were like basically doing the same thing. They were all like side of the road, like head in their hands, funnel cakes dripping. And we were watching this like street performer like play a song, and it sounded like a Kirkland Nickelback. Like it was not very good, but yeah, it and we were all amazed by this guy. We thought he was awesome. And right next to him there was this homeless man with a little like puppet. I think it was like looked like a cat or something, like a cat puppet, and he was like dancing to the music. And
the homeless man or the puppet?
The puppet.
It's completely possible to be both.
Yes, it was just the puppet, and we all got really sad, I think.
we suddenly got sad.
And then we woke up at home.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I woke up at home.
Yeah.
The end. All good stories.
Basically, and my friend who drove was like, I have no idea how I just did that.
Yeah, we were talking about Wolf of Wall Street earlier, and how that's like, oh yeah, have you seen that movie? No. I'm like, okay, because you lived it. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Life was fantastic. Man, that is good. It's a good story. Okay, so you work at that preschool.
Yes, I work at my university's preschool facility on campus.
So tell me about that preschool. I'm sure that you have stories of children.
I do have stories of children.
Tell me your stories of children, because I'm really excited.
Well, first I want to give some background about the preschool.
Give me some background.
It is a university preschool,
okay.
So lots of the parents are young students, my age, lots of hip people. One of our moms is like an Abercrombie model or something.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Really strange stuff.
Man, they must be really upset about her having a kid.
You know what? She still looks great, so.
Because they're like, hey, I noticed that you kind of had a brownie this morning. How about you go grab your things?
No, like, trust me, you would never be able to tell. She's fit.
Huh?
Fit. And,
there's a model at my school too. I hit her car, and that's why I found out who she was.
Oh my god. Good one.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. So, hey, bring her later.
Yeah, at least I have it in with the model because I watch her kids, so you hit her car.
Oh, I watch her kids too, but she doesn't know.
Oh my god. So creepy. That's not a good joke.
I know.
I just
We'll
laughed.
cut that out later.
Yeah. So anyway, another thing about the preschool is like, we have a really interesting philosophy. It's all about like respecting the kids and like it's anti-punishment and we don't really have like timeouts or rules or like we don't really tell the kids like no or don't do that or that's bad.
How do they respond to that?
Really well. It works
Oh,
really
really?
well.
It's like
It
really
works really well.
positive
It's like
reinforcement.
it's all about positive reinforcement.
It makes them
Like,
think like I'm not getting praised for this, so I should do something that I'm gonna get praised for.
Exactly.
That'll be better.
Kind of, but like it's also just like it's not even we don't want to praise the kids either because it's not about praising us. It's about them gaining respect and us meeting their needs.
Like, be a human.
Yeah, it's just meeting their needs because it's like we don't talk to the kids like they're kids, like baby talk them. We like really ask their opinions about things and ask for their input on decisions.
Who are you gonna vote for? Like,
no.
Like, do your kids feel the burn yet, or
no?
We're not. If they don't, then we're not doing our job.
No, but it's like a fun place to work at. But anyway, this one story that I had in mind that really doesn't have anything to do with the philosophy, but is just something funny that I always have wanted to tell people. A lot of the kids really like how old they are and like really like to express how old they are.
What does that mean?
Like they're like, teacher, I'm 4.
How long have they been for when they're telling you this? Is it like today's my birthday, or is it like I'm 4, just like I was 3 months ago?
Yeah, just like kids are really proud of how old they are.
Guess what? I'm continuing to be 4.
Yeah, kids are really proud of how old they are. So I sometimes will be like, wow, like you're 3, you're 4, you're 2, that's great. And then I'll always add in, do you know how old I am? Because
you're equally as proud of how old you are.
Yeah, because I'm proud of how old I am too, and usually the kids are really amazed at how old you are.
Like, man.
Yeah, like
so
that's
you're, like,
crazy.
Ready to die, right?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I just told one of the kids I'm 20, and he was like, "You're 20?" I was like, "Yep." And he goes, "That's old." I'm like, and I was gonna say like, "Oh, I know it's older than you," or something like that. And he goes, "You're gonna die."
Just look at him like, so are you.
Yeah.
You know, shut up.
I was just
I
like,
bet you I live longer than you do with that attitude.
Well, the worst part of it was like there were kids around him too, and they all laughed and were like, "Yeah, you're gonna die."
A bunch of children, like this, like nightmare fuel. Just a bunch of children chanting at you, "You're gonna die."
Exactly.
And you're like, "Oh, I'm being paid right now."
Yeah, that was probably one of the like funniest but most horror movie type experiences I've ever had there. But a lot of really funny stuff happens like every day.
That's great. I see you have more tattoos. How often do you have one here?
Oh, this one I did myself.
What is it? It looks like Jack Skellington.
It's an alien.
I was gonna say it looks like an alien.
Yeah.
But I was like.
But you didn't. You said it looks like Jack Skellington.
I know. I was gonna say it looks like an alien. But I was like, man, I don't want to be alone. And I know that if I said Jack Skellington, it would make sense.
No, it's an alien.
Okay.
This one's an olive branch.
You told me that you were doing that one.
Yeah, that's for my name, Olivia. This is a
then
kitten.
You have the kitten.
And then,
of course.
Did you see this one?
I haven't seen this one yet. What is this one?
A landscape.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Oh, thank you so much. I was actually supposed to get more trees right here, but I got in that car accident. No, I'm not. These are all staying lined up.
I like the line work ones a lot better than I thought. I'm trying to convince my fiance to let me get a half sleeve. I talked to a friend, like I have a friend who'll do it for $200. And I was like, nice.
Yeah, you should do it.
I will toast it for $200. But the thing is, I'm really into video games and stuff, and I want to get, first off, I want the Pac-Man maze to cover like the entirety of my arm. Oh, my pussy.
Oh, thanks.
To cover the entirety of my arm on up here, and then I want other things around that. And Lauren's like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you do this, do not do this. I'm like, all right, so we'll see.
Maybe you can get like an abstracted Pac-Man maze, like something more like.
She's really not into tattoos.
Oh,
like she's like, I don't want you to get tattoos, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna meet somewhere in the middle on this. And she's like, we probably will, but I'm letting you know my opinion right now. Like, all right, whatever. So I'm just gonna do it. That's kind of how our relationship goes. I just do it and come home, and she's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
no,
my
you
life
should.
now.
I mean, it's your body. You should be able to do what you want. You know, like
It's my
I mean,
body.
it's good.
I grew it myself.
You can take her input, but at the end of the day, like it's your decision.
Yeah. She's also my fiance, so it's your body, your decision. I'm like, yes, you see that works for most people. there's a little difference here. Yeah. So you talk about your work. I work at a lingerie store that I do not want to disclose the name of, but we all know it's not any sort of secret. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Right.
But I work at a lingerie store, and that has all these other issues as well.
Implications.
And implications. I get asked on a daily basis 2 questions. Like once a day, I'll get asked, "Man, you must love to work here." I'm sorry, 3 questions. You must love to work here. How did you get a job here? To which I usually respond, "Oh, I don't work here." Or I respond, "Well, I was here every day anyway, so they figured they may as well start paying me." Or I get the question, "Do you have to be gay to work here?" Which is my favorite question because I get to just lie and say the most horrifying things. I get kids are like, "Do you have to be gay to work here?" And I'm just like, or they say, "Do you have to be gay to work here?" And I'm like, God, I hope not, because if so, I have to start keeping it with a hatch now.
Oh, do you have to be gay to work here?
But it's like, do they really allow a straight guy to work in a lingerie store? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's illegal if they didn't let me know qualified, which I don't know what qualified.
Do you have to be gay to work here? Like in the interview, like.
Are you gay?
Are you gay?
Do I have to be gay to work there?
Oh yeah. Like I'm just imagining because in an interview, like you already have to be so many things that you're not, and you already pretend you're so many things that you're not. Like I see it, like just pretending you're gay to like.
Haha. I've had to on occasion pretend to be gay.
Why?
Or I had to say it. Just because like people get uncomfortable or something. Like I had to change a light bulb, which is really high. And from where I was, I can't see into the fitting rooms. But it would make sense if I could. Like people are like, "Oh, he can probably see into the fitting rooms." And a lady was like yelling at her friend, like, "Oh, he can see you changing, ha ha ha," like making a joke, but making me the butt of the joke as well. And so she was telling her friends, like, "Oh, he can probably see you changing in there," and her friend was freaking out, panicking, could hear her, like, "What? Oh no!" And I'm like, "Look, man, even if I could, you're barking up the wrong tree." I just kind of said that and like threw it off, and she was like, "Oh, he's gay," and her friend's like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Why does that make that okay?"
I know, like
he can see you naked in there. Oh no! Oh, he's gay. Oh, that's fine.
Damn, that's like.
I learned a little lesson today.
Yeah, well, that's nice that you'll do that to like make people feel more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. If they ask, I mean, but like for that certain instance, the lady was like really upset. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh
no.
And I was like, oh no.
That's nice. That is nice of you to do.
Nice of me to do.
Yeah.
Horrible for the gay community that they have to be associated with me at certain times of the day. But I appreciate them for letting me continue on with that.
Stuff. Wow, wheelchairs hurt your butt.
Do they?
Yeah.
I would assume, because I'm sitting down a lot when I do recordings and whatnot, and I can assume that if your wheelchair is like 90% of your day.
Yeah, it like, damn, it hurts. Sorry, am I allowed to say damn on your podcast?
I don't care what you do on my podcast.
Okay, I guess it's not public radio, right?
Yeah.
I just,
whatever you want. I'm already putting a spoiler warning at the beginning because of the Batman Superman thing.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
I was like, oh man, I love it. I'm sure that all the podcasts that are going to have a spoiler warning.
Perfect. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Man, you're working so hard to get that done.
I need this blanket.
I really wish I could help. This is great content. Oh, sad.
Okay, this is not a good idea.
Do you need help?
This is not a good idea. Yeah, can you go?
I'm gonna pause. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift myself up, and then you just go pull the blanket out.
Out?
Just
Under
pull
you?
it. You just pull it. Wait, you can just go from behind. Just
Wait,
quick, please.
Completely?
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to sit on and push yourself.
No, I can't sit before.
Well, we were just talking about like how you're like, oh yeah, it's a pain to be sitting all the time, and you're like, oh, remove this cushion.
Yeah, I realized the cushion wasn't working. I'm sorry, but I didn't notice that.
So how do you feel about this upcoming election? Because we've talked about movies, we've talked about like comic book stuff, we've talked about your job, my job, all that good stuff. Just tell me about the election.
We got to get to the next topic on like the role full of small talk.
Well, no, yeah, the small talk. After this comes the weather, so we're just gonna.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a thing that's crazy. People are talking about it right now. All this stuff. I know that we're both very like more into politics than a lot of people our age, but not quite as much as the crazy people. So, what are your thoughts?
It's funny they mentioned. I just got a little BuzzFeed notification. We know what Donald Trump would look like without his fake tan.
What is it? What would he look like?
I can't even imagine.
It's just a picture of Voldemort.
This election season, I'm feeling the burn.
You're feeling the burn?
As many of you are.
I'm also feeling the burn, but I'm feeling the burn. I don't know at this point, I don't know if I'm feeling the burn as a joke to myself or as a joke to other people, because my fiance is her family is very conservative.
Oh my.
Very conservative.
Oh my.
And so I say all the time, feeling the burn in front of her, because she gets really upset. She's like, no, don't say that. You're not doing that.
Oh my
and I'm like, all right, well, we'll see.
Oh my god. Well, maybe.
I was actually, and I'm going to get a lot of people against me because I was going to vote for Ben Carson.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to vote for Ben Carson. Really cool guy. Every time that I see him on the things, I feel so bad for him, because when they were debating and he was against Trump, he would say something very profound, and Trump would be like, yes, I agree, and put his hand on his shoulder. And I was like, oh my god. How horrible for him.
It hurts to laugh.
Well, don't do that then.
I can't.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, yeah, I think I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna feel the burn.
Tight.
Gonna burn this country to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Isn't that what feel the burn means?
Yeah.
Because we want it burned to the ground.
Well, I mean.
Sorry.
No problem. I think Trump is horrible. Horrible and horrifying. That's what I was gonna say. I think he's horrifying, and I saw this thing, and it said how he is basically following the tropes of a reality star, which is who he is. He's a reality star. And the idea that in reality shows, the only person that you remember is the villain. Because they stand for one thing. And even though it's all this stuff against him, he's getting more airtime, more internet fame than anyone else. Oh, yeah. His name is everywhere. I know. So he's getting free advertisement. I know. Which is horrible.
It is horrible.
I mean, it's all his plan, and it's there's nothing you can do.
I know, he's a media genius.
Oh, yeah. Media genius. But, you dying?
I'm good.
Slowly?
You. Okay. Yeah, I'm good now. I was gonna say, maybe. Oh, I was gonna say, I think Ted Cruz and the other Republican candidates are just as crazy as Donald
They're
Trump.
all insane.
They're all insane. So I'm just yeah, it is really genius of him to get all this airtime and stuff, because it's people.
They're all crazy, but yet everyone knows him.
Yeah.
People can quote his stuff in a second because it's everywhere. Yeah. And even if it's not great or fantastic, it's it's everywhere.
No, seriously, I wish I was as famous as Donald Trump.
Right? I mean, Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, and I think that we all fully understand that.
I know.
I don't know where that came from.
Ted Cruz is also the Hashling and Slasher.
What day is it? Tuesday.
Oh shit, it is Tuesday.
Yeah. But
Ted Cruz looks like Fat Dracula.
He looks like Fat Dracula. Oh, you mean Facula? Or Fatula?
Fatula. Yeah, I heard that on Saturday Night Live, so I can't take
I saw the one that he looks like Eddie Munster from the Munsters.
Oh my god, yeah. It's just, he has that big,
that big nose.
Yeah, he has the big nose and the big widow's peak.
The widow's peak, that insane widow's peak.
And it's just his face is the way his jaw,
I feel so bad because he's getting a lot of internet fame too, but it's for all the worst reasons.
I know.
Look at his face. Oh my god.
I know.
And I'm he's not that bad. He's not that bad. It's just all this stuff, and he makes that same face every time where he's just you kids.
I know.
That face that he does. He's oh, you. I send pictures of him regularly to my fiance. And it's a picture of him making some face, and then the phrase "thinking of you."
Oh my god!
And maybe on a daily basis, I'll send her a picture like that, and it's getting to the point that she's just sending me stop and not replying to them any other than just stop. And I'm it's working. It's working.
Oh my god!
But yeah, and then there's Marco Rubio, who my dad is a huge fan of, and I think that he's gonna win the Christian vote. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
Marco Rubio already dropped out of the race.
Did he?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. So who's currently? Is it just Trump and?
It's Trump, Cruz, and Kasich.
K6 came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did not drop out yet.
Like K6 just like, and I'm here, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Well, good for him.
Good
He
for
won
him.
his home state of Ohio.
Yeah. Who? Mitt Romney didn't win his home state.
Well, yeah, he didn't win.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like he didn't even win his home state, and that was like a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Of,
But he still
Michigan.
got the primary.
He had the primary, but he didn't. Yeah, that was like the thing. Was like, man, how is he? The guy running for president, not even his own state.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm feeling the burn. I'm all in for Bernie Sanders. Have you seen Bernie Sanders?
What?
Have you seen Bernie Sanders?
Bernie
That bird?
Oh, Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking me if I've seen Bernie, and I'm like,
No,
yes,
Bernie
yes.
Sanders. Have you not seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Where it's the video where he's giving a speech and a tiny bird like flies and lands on his podium, and he's like, I don't know much of anything about this, but I would say this is a sign. And everyone goes nuts and like crying. It's like, oh my god! And it just stays there for like 10 minutes. Like the bird just stays there.
That's
and people
tight.
keep on putting that next to that footage of like Donald Trump with the bald eagle and it starts attacking him. It's like the birds know. The birds
Definitely.
know.
Perfect.
But they've made Rump, which is him and the bald eagle. And they've made Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders it's the bird, and they drew him with like Bernie Sanders hair and glasses.
That's so cute.
Free sunflower seeds for everyone.
I bought the Buff Bernie coloring book.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Tell me about how that's going.
It's not here yet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How did you find this? How did you come across it?
BuzzFeed, I think, actually. I think there was a BuzzFeed article on you can now color in. I think it said like you can now color in like sexy pictures of Bernie Sanders.
Which is what we want.
Yeah, and I was like, well, finally, there's a good product out there.
The people, the advertisers are listening.
Yeah, seriously, finally, my voice is heard. Like
30 letters later, I finally get the coloring book I've been asking for.
Yeah.
Different form for the term adult coloring book.
Yeah. Here, hand me that backpack right there. Because although my
This is full of adult coloring books.
yeah, even though my Bernie Sanders one is not there, I went a little crazy because I'm injured and like I have a really bad concussion also.
Oh, nice.
So I can't
So they're all colored
read.
outside the lines in your door. Like, oh man, these are great.
I can't read really, and I can't like.
There's Bernie Sanders.
I have to do pretty mindless stuff, and although this isn't mindless, but it is relaxing, you know.
Yeah.
And so I have all these different.
Have you colored any in? You
Uh,
should color all of them in with just black.
I'm working on this one. I figured out it's all Bible quotes, and I'm like not religious, but they're still really nice. So
You're like, oh, these are nice.
yeah, I really just thought they were like relaxing quotes.
I really like that video. There's a video of a little girl and she's reading the Bible and she's like, I really like this Jesus guy. I hope that things work out good for him. And then it's her 10 minutes later. She's like, oh no.
I made this one. I don't like it though.
You know they can't see, right? You're like showing it to the computer.
I know I'm trying to see you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to be like,
And then I'm still working on this one.
What is gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones.
I want it next time someone is like, I'm like, I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. Get well soon. I just want to send back, gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Like, and
Just
they'll be
so
like,
have
wow.
that like prepared in your notes for everyone. And like, get well soon.
Yes.
Get well soon. Healing to the bones. Healing to the bones.
Yes, you are healing me with your gracious words.
I want to have one of those things.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. How do you feel?
I feel great.
You feel fine?
I feel fine.
Totally fine.
I feel totally fine.
I don't believe you.
I told you I feel fine. Olivia made us special snacks. Well, she didn't make us special snacks. She made herself homemade medicine that I've been enjoying, and she keeps yelling at me for stealing from someone who's infirm.
Fuck off. You can go eat that other half, or eat half of that half.
Are we getting food?
What?
Are we gonna get food?
Yeah, we should get food.
Where do you want to go? I said Thai food. I don't will you around. There's no drive-through Thai places.
We can go somewhere and I can will myself.
I don't.
I bet I never get out of the house.
Okay.
No, well, we can make food here.
What do we make?
I don't know. Maybe my mom can get us food.
If she wants. I'm fine taking us to get food or if mom wants or whatever.
Oh, damn.
This is a predicament we're in.
I know. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
I was gonna go by the house and also Janet brings the ride.
I need some food.
That's what I thought.
I can eat something here or.
Pick you something up.
Oh yeah, can you pick me something
What do
up?
you want? Justin, are you hungry?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Right. What do you like?
Well, I like Thai food, and yeah,
Whatever you get, I'm just gonna eat some of yours.
I like Thai food. Maybe a pad Thai and a soup. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me call him. That's so funny.
Nothing.
Alright. I'll be back in. How long you're gonna be here for a while, Justin?
Oh yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
If you want me to go home, time to get back.
No, I was just making sure I won't leave her alone.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I need a babysitter.
Wouldn't that be funny though if as soon as she left I got in my car and drove away?
That'd be pretty funny.
Well, she's okay, but I just like she could. I don't know. What if she falls down?
Yeah.
What if she's in a lot of pain? Oh,
No,
took
I
her
just
pain
end it.
pill at 9:30.
Oh, what time is it now?
It is currently 1:58.
Oh, great. Lay it on me.
Okay.
Norco.
More Norco.
Yeah. Oh, I don't really know much about Norco.
Oh yeah, we should research these medicines you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
It just says
Yes.
Thank you.
I never saw that movie. Is it good?
What
Oh,
movie?
I'm letting her borrow it, so you can watch it.
Cool. High risk for addiction and dependence.
Woo!
Can cause respiratory distress and death when taken in high doses, or especially combined with other substances like alcohol. Good thing I don't drink.
Well,
I don't drink.
I know you don't.
Well, yeah, except for that one time that I talked about. But, yeah, drinking's so gross. Boo. Boo. Yeah. So ever since I've been in the wheelchair, it's like peeing is like a way bigger deal than it's ever been before in my life.
I know what's that.
Like, because you what?
Well, earlier when I willed you to the restroom. I didn't help you or anything, I just willed you to the restroom.
Right.
You had to get from the wheelchair to your walker. So tell us about that.
That is like, I get, every time I need to just piss, like, it's like I get all hot and sweaty, like, get nauseous, get dizzy.
So it's like a thing in your
It's
body.
like a thing.
I don't mean it's like a physical
No,
thing.
like, because I have to get up, and I, like, and you, oh my god, it's the worst when I suddenly have to pee. You know when you just, like, suddenly have to pee, you
Yeah.
have to go, then it's like, I'm, like, racing in the wheelchair, like, the Paralympics, and, like,
The Paralympics.
yeah.
Here I go.
Yeah, and then it's just like, I don't know, I've like peed my pants a couple times because it's so hard to get in and out
Did you
of
pee
the
your
gym.
pants because you're like, oh no, I'm peeing my pants? But you're like, I'm just gonna pee my pants.
No, like, oh no, I'm peeing my pants. I'm trying to get to the bathroom when I'm peeing my pants. Like, but it takes me so long, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, really bigger. People who like can just get up and go to the bathroom, like, they're so lucky.
Is this the one thing that you're like, man, I never knew how hard it was?
Yes.
Is peeing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know you were talking about earlier, like if you need something across the room, you're like, I gotta get out of my chair, get in my wheelchair, crawl over there, get in there, and then I'm in my wheelchair, and then like I wheel over.
Well, most of the time, if I need something, I can just ask someone to get it for me. But it's like peeing, I have to go do myself.
Yeah. What have you been doing on a daily basis? Because I know you're like not supposed to leave the house or do anything. So what have you been doing on a daily basis?
They encourage
I'm
you to
also
move
kind of
around.
regretting that I didn't ask your mom for food.
I can text her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt bad asking and being like, are you hungry? Be like, yeah, I am. Can you get me food as well?
She literally offered you food and she didn't want to get you
But
food.
you do that to be nice. Like, I do it too. And every time that I'm like, do you want me to get you something? In my brain, it's like, do you want me to get you something? Say no. Say no.
Oh my
Say
God.
no.
Well, she's not you. So.
Hey, can you get Justin some food? I don't know if they have chicken. I don't eat Thai food a lot. Do they have chicken?
Yeah. You want chicken satay?
What is that?
It's good. Here, I'll just get it.
Does it come with noodles? I want something with chicken and noodles.
Oh, you want chicken and noodles?
Is that just a thing that they have? Is just chicken and
Yes.
noodles? Oh, perfect.
How about, okay, pick one. Pad Thai
I said
or...
pick one, chicken or noodles.
Pad Thai or...
Which one? One of them has really thick noodles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
Type her the one that you can't remember.
Get Justin chicken
and thick noodles.
No.
I like my noodles the way I like my women.
And those thick noodles.
That was probably the best joke I've ever made at work.
That was so good.
By the way, though. No, like, because we have a brand called, I'm going to give it away right now, where I work. We have a brand called The Very Sexy.
Uh-huh.
And I had to call in one from someone on the phone. Someone on the phone was calling in for a specific color, size, and style. And I had to call it in on the floor and be like, hey, can you guys get this? I responded, can I get a thong the way that I like my women, large, black, and very sexy?
Good.
And in my brain, that happened 2 years ago. In my brain, I'm like, that was the peak of my life. Everything from that point on is downhill. This is what my life has led up to. But we're talking about your wheelchair. All the stuff about your wheelchair.
Yeah, it's like peeing is just like.
But like, what have you been doing on a daily basis?
Oh.
Yesterday you were like, come here, please.
Literally
There's
sitting,
nothing.
sleeping, my adult coloring books, watching Fixer Upper.
Okay.
And House Hunters.
And House Hunters.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to be on Thursday looking at an apartment to move into. And I don't want to do that.
Oh, to move into with Lauren?
Yeah. Now the internet knows her name.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't care.
Where do you guys want to move?
Somewhere near Clovis,
Nice.
Fresno area.
Aren't they? I'm gonna just ask my mom. What are those called? She's still in the toilet.
Did she say okay?
Yeah. What are those called?
I will be happy. I will be satisfied with whatever she gets me. Is the thing. I'm happy with that.
Cool.
But yeah, thank you for being on my first
Oh, no problem.
podcast. I appreciate you so much.
Oh my gosh, no problem. Anytime, Justin.
And I hope that you continue to be in the wheelchair. That way we can do more of these.
I can do this without being in the wheelchair.
But I don't want to be here if you're not in a wheelchair. Because I like the fact that I can just wander about your house and do things, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
I hate you.
That's
I can
fine.
wheel over.
You could wheel over.
It's called Pod CU.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah.
Pod CU.
CU.
You?
Ew.
Pod CU?
Ew. Like
Okay.
ew. Gross.
Okay. That's what I said.
But it's good.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on the first Below Average podcast. I appreciate you, as I've said before. And we will pod see you later.